Howdy folks, welcome back to 15 Nautical Mile Arc. We're in Duluth again, and today we're going to have a fun one. We're going to fly the Kalinin K-7. It's a Soviet aircraft. Only one was made, 3 were ordered, and the one that exists in real life crashed. We're talking like 1933 here. So, a long time ago, kind of a novelty aircraft. It's down here, and it's huge, and it has a bunch of engines. This model has 6 up front, 1 in the back. We need them all. We're going to just take off here in Duluth, and then we're going to fly to Sky Harbor Airport, just on the other side of the hill, which you can't see from here. Lake Superior is just over there. And we're just going to have a fun little flight, kind of a novelty plane. I've flown this once before, but not on my channel. I've had this for years. I think I got this right when I got X-Plane 10. This is Freeware, by the way. I'm not sure where you can get it. Probably the org forum, like usual. It works in X-Plane 11 because it's a very simple aircraft, so all the things that break from version to version aren't modeled in this. That's why it works. But we are going to take off runway 9, so we're going to head out that way in this thing and fly over the lake a little bit, land in the water, because it does land in the water. And then after that, we'll try to do a runway landing and see how this goes. So anyway, we have a lot that we can do in this plane. Got some presets set up. Check this out. You can kind of sit in here and hang out and do some fun things and go down the hallway and do some fun things if you like and just walk around. I've got presets to look out the windows. Things like that. Something else you can do is you can go down below and fly from down here because you can't see the runway because if you line up, that big frame in the middle is in the way. So you can come down here and land and you got some gauges to look at. So that works out. But anyway, fun little thing. I'm not going to fly very long because it's a novelty aircraft, which means you just kind of screw around a little bit. Anyway, let's get this thing started up. A lot to do to get this started up. First of all, let's turn on the battery. And because I don't want to do a whole bunch of condition leverage, we're going to put all the fuel forward right away. Both tanks are selected. Start with the middle engine. This is the middle in the back. Parking brake should be set. At least I hope it is. Give a little bit of throttle here. This is the engine in the back. So if we come back here, there it is. And it seems pretty happy. So let's start on the inside and work our way out on opposite sides. So let's give that one started. And we'll start this one over here. And if we hop outside, it should look something like this. And it does. Look at that. Very nice. Let's keep going. Next one on the outside. Get that one going. And then get this one going. And then over here. And finally this one over here. And there we go. Everything should be in the green all the way across, and it is. Have one more look outside. Now this does have flaps in terms of flying with them, and you can hear them, but you don't see them move. 3 stages of flaps, and they're there. You just can't see them move. So let's let go of this parking brake and let's try to taxi this thing. We'll use my taxi view. And oh my gosh, look at this crazy wingspan. Super fun though. It's like a big boat. So when you try to maneuver, it takes a long time to respond, as you would expect. Oh, here we go. Come on, you can do it. I think we're staying on the runway, on the taxiway. Let's just have a look at this thing while we can. See if I can taxi backwards. Very nice. Like I said, this isn't X-Plane 11 specific or anything. It just works in X-Plane 11, and it's a lot of fun, and it's ugly, and it's beautiful, all at the same time. I don't think we need the entire runway, but yeah, we'll use it anyway. I don't think this is STOL, but it doesn't take very much to take off, and it doesn't take much to stop, which you will see once we finally get going. So I'm going to skip ahead through the magic of editing and I'll meet you at the end of the runway. Alright, so I want to show you what happens when I try to stop this thing, which is super funny. So this is no throttle. It's just going on its own. Look what happens now when we try to stop. I'm going to stop here, and almost goes forward, and it almost goes backwards. It's super hilarious. Because I have such a hard time braking gently, I'm actually going to reinvestigate my mapping for my brakes on my yoke, because I know there's softer braking I can use, but then it has a hard time stopping. So I want to go through options in a little bit. Meantime, let's get this thing out here on the almost the taxiway. On the runway, let's hop inside. No lights or anything, it's just go. Flaps are already down, even though you can't see them. They are down, and this will lean forward. I believe I'm able to rotate this at 80 knots. So we're already almost there. So it doesn't take much runway. But here we go. We're going to rotate right about now. There we go. And we're up. Does not have retractable gear. Let's get our flaps in. Oh, this is flying a lot more smoothly than I remember. Look at this. Very nice. What do we have here for some views? Very cool. Behind us, I guess. Very nice. Alright, flaps are in. And gear doesn't come up. Oh, there's a nice lake. Why can't I remember the name of that lake? I used to live here. Anyway, but it just floats along. And it's very difficult to maneuver. So you have to plan ahead what you're going to do. There we go, flying over the airport in Duluth, KDLH, even though I am completely off runway heading. I was doing some sightseeing. Pretty cool. There's Lake Superior in front of us where the hill drops off. She's going to fly out this way. Follow the man-made sandbar. And then land in the water next to Sky Harbor. Then after you do that, we'll take off again and try to land on the runway at Sky Harbor. But we'll have to see how that goes. Because during my practice flight, it was great. But now that I'm recording, I can't guarantee how it's going to be. So if we had the lights on, or if it were nighttime, we'd be flying over some radio towers, Central High School area, and keep putting a word out there to scenery developers. If you want to do something on Lake Superior, Duluth should be where it's at. Not just the airport behind us here, but I'm talking about the area. Get the topography even more accurate. Get that sandbar. I mean, look at that sandbar up there, that man-made sandbar. That is what it looks like in real life. If you go up to Inger Tower, which is over there a little ways, you can do some sightseeing. There's a golf course back there. And it looks just like this when you look out over the harbor. Largest freshwater port in the world. Canada is another 2 hours north. There we go, looking over the harbor. So that sandbar you see is man-made. When they dug out the harbor, they made that sandbar. And then they put houses on it. With one road going down the middle. There's a couple roads off to the side for neighborhoods, but for the most part, it's one road going down the middle. It is very, very beautiful. Fun place to visit. I wouldn't want to live here again because it feels pretty isolating. Because it's just Duluth and then a couple suburbs. But visiting is beautiful. Oh, those are my throttles there. Well, I never noticed those were over there. How many hands does that take to get all those up at once? Both hands? Anyway, Freeware looks outside at the beautiful scenery. This is all autogen. There is no custom scenery here at all. This is completely autogen. Very beautiful looking. And I want to get a screenshot and I totally threw myself off course. Well, that train yard is really there. Those harbors, because you know with HD Mesh version 4, all this data is even more accurate than it used to be. Very cool. Now we got to come down because I want to land. And I want to land just inside the sandbar. You see the airport right off the nose there. We got to come out of our huge climb and actually start to descend. I'm just having so much fun looking around. I guess for me, I'm just sightseeing more than I'm flying this plane. But you can always pick this plane up for yourself. It's free. And it's fun, but it is a boat. I mean, I've been trying to turn to the right here for a long time, and it's just not responding. I have a feeling we're not going to come down soon enough. Well, maybe we will. Looking over Superior, Wisconsin. And then back at Duluth, which is on top of a huge hill, which you can't really make out from here. In fact, when you're in the air, it's hard to make out that is the hill, too. I did a sightseeing flight in this area. It was very difficult to make out the hill, but on the ground you can. It looks like a mountain. I'm trying to. What does this say here? Vertical speed is going up. Wow, we're pointing down, but our vertical speed is going up. That was very interesting. Our speed is way too fast to land on the. There is a water runway next to this runway at the airport in real life, but we're going to be going way too fast. So we'll come down and then we'll land way past it. Then we'll turn around and try to land on it. And I believe there are actually rules here when you fly in and out of this airport because they don't want you disturbing the neighbors. Yeah, we got to bleed off a lot of speed. Let's just coast along and have some looks around. There aren't any side windows. That's why I keep jumping outside for a sightseeing, because I guess we could go like this if you wanted to. It's kind of fun. Fly from down here. You can look through the bottom there. That's kind of cool. Or through the sides anyway. What other views do I have set up? The back seat. Some more side views. The table, I guess that's like the briefing room or something. There we go. Let's start getting flaps out now because we're almost at 80 knots, which I believe is our VREF. All right, here we go. Let's come down. Let's have one more look here. We're pretty high yet. Very cool. Alrighty, let's actually try to land this reasonably realistically here. It won't bounce on the water like the Beaver. If you screw up the Beaver, you're in trouble, but this one should just settle down nicely. And we're stalling. That's okay. See, it just settles in. No big deal. Super easy. You can't bounce it, you can't flip it. Piece of cake to land on water. Now let's see if we can land on a runway. Alright, I'm going to let this thing gain speed here. And then we'll just take off pretty soon. That should be about 80 knots, I think. Let's see if we can take off from the outside. Pull back. There we go. Put those flaps in. This is very difficult to do. There we go. Nice. Whoa. Yeah, we gotta get speed quickly here. Lens flare? No. So what happened? What happened when I did my Fall Creators update for Windows 10? It reset everything. I had to reinstall SkyMaxx Pro, reinstall Gizmo 64, and it looks like it just changed all of my settings. I didn't catch that. So we'll use lens flare for a second. Then after I make this video, or record this video, I'm going to go through all my settings of all my add-ons and redo everything again. So I don't know what the Fall Creators update did, but it basically gave me a new computer because all my settings across Windows, not just in the simulator where all screwed up. That's some nice detail for freeware, man. I'm quite pleased. Alright, let's keep our speed not too fast because I'm going to land at that airport, but we got to get some distance we can make a U-turn, because making a U-turn in this thing is going to take a long time. But if you coordinate your turn, like I am now, it's not too bad. Let's hop outside and see what this looks like. Oh dear, that's disgusting. Let's not look outside. It's too hard to fly outside like that. But for Freeware, this is super fun, really nice. Again, it's a novelty aircraft. I wouldn't do a long flight. I mean, there's no navigation. Where's my jump seat? There it is. There's no navigation. It's just your 6-pack. So, see, now this is what I was talking about. You can't see the runway. So we come down here, and then we can see the runway. Just level off a little bit. It doesn't have a vertical speed indicator though. Let's get a little more speed going, just so we stay above stall here. There we go. We're on the glide slope. See, now we can't see. See what I'm talking about? You can kind of see, but then we're not actually lined up. So let's hop down here. Stay above stall speed. Here we go. Down we go. It is like a boat. You barely move to the side, and then 3 seconds later, it reacts, even though you're starting to do something else. Here we go. Just above stall speed here. Let's come on right. Whoa. Come on. Kill that speed. Kill that little bit of extra speed. There we go. Pulling back. Pulling back. Oh, that was bad. Oh, no. During my practice flight, ew, I greased it perfectly. Oh, my gosh. What? Let's try that again. Oh, no. I don't know if we're going to get speed, though. Enough speed to get off this runway. We're going in the water, folks. Oh, we might make it. We might make it. Oh, and we're off. Oh, we made it. Oh, my gosh. That was terrible. That was terrible. Let's try that again. Alright, let's give this another shot. I know I can do it because when I did my practice flight before recording, it was a very nice landing. Shoot, I don't know. I think I had beginner's luck. I'm a big sufferer of beginner's luck. I think what it is when you are doing things the first time, you concentrate really hard. So then when you do the subsequent time, you're like, I've got it, and you don't try as hard, you don't concentrate. Oh, this is ridiculous. So we go 3rd time's the charm. Let's go 3rd time's the charm. Okay, so beginner's luck. I suffer from beginner's luck, which I think what beginner's luck is when you do something the first time, you try really hard, you concentrate really hard because it's the first time. So then you get confident. So then when you do it a subsequent time, it doesn't go very well because you're not trying, because it went so well the first time. You just don't feel the need to try. I think that's what beginner's luck really is. And I have it, I suffer from it all the time. Not just Flight Simulator, but all kinds of stuff. And yes, we're coming from the other direction because I didn't want to go all the way around again. Alright, so here we go. I don't have a threshold to go over from this side, but we'll come down and land a little long, I guess. Let's see here. Let's try to hold off. Oh boy. Oh man, still not going to go well. What? How did I do this so well the first time? Okay, here we go. No. This is like a big boat. Come on. Right side. Now put the other side down. There we crab it. There we go. Oh well. Better. Do the brakes work? Well, let's not flip over. There we go. Could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse too. Are we going to try to taxi this thing off of here? I don't think we can, because I don't think it's going to fit on the little taxiway. Let's just see what it looks like, and then we'll see what that landing. What I was trying to do is land on the right wheel with the wing down, kind of like a crosswind landing, and then get the other wheel on the pavement and then crab it in straight. We'll see if it actually worked out that way. Alright, let's see what happens when I slam on the brakes. Oh, Made it. I love the wheels in the back, the little wheelie wheels. Alright, let's get off this. Let's get off the runway. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're so much wider than the taxiway. It doesn't even matter what we do. We're going to be on both sides of it. Come on. Don't break all the lights. Oh, I went right between them. Look at that. Right between the lights. Perfectly. Let's see. Can we get around this corner? Alright, let's stop you right here. And does this have a parking brake? Yes, it does. Alright, let's see if that landing was anything like I imagined it to be. Alright, so we're coming in. I'm zoomed out, that's why I look so small. So, let's see. I got the right side down, and I was trying to hold off on purpose. And... oh, I did it. I did it. I did exactly what I had planned on doing. Oh, don't tell me we went off. Nope, we stayed on. Then I slammed on the brakes. What? Which view am I using that is riding with the with the aircraft? Let's try that again from the runway view. Alright, so here's the big boat plane coming through here. And very uncomfortable ride. But I did what I planned on. Right wheels, keep the left ones off the dirt. Let's zoom in quickly. And boom, right on the pavement. Oh, gall. Sorry. I'm trying a new camera control here. Sweet. So despite the horrible approach and horrible landing, I actually did exactly what I meant to do once I came down. That's super funny. Why can't I do what I mean to do on the way down? Anyway, let's go back to real time and park this thing. Alright, I know we're in the grass, but I'm fixing my outside view, so for the next time, we aren't attached to the airplane like that. So, fixed. Don't bother leaving a comment about it. I know what my problem was, and I fixed it. Just wanted to point that out. So let's hop inside and shut this thing down. Alright, I think all I need to do is just pull the conditioners back. Piece of cake. I guess I could have done this too, to be more proper. So we'll do that now. 2 clicks for everything. Probably hear my mouse clicking in the background. There we go. Turn the fuel off as other way, maybe? There's no other way. Look at, there it is. There's like 1 pixel right there. And the batteries. And everything's good to go. Everybody okay down there? Let's hop outside. There we go. My view has been fixed. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. Anyway, here we go. What a fun aircraft. Like I said, a novelty aircraft. I don't know if I ever fly this again, to be honest, but I wanted to do something for you. I just wish I had been recording during my practice flight, because my practice flight was nice. It was really nice, but oh well, can't win them all. Although I seem to be losing more than I'm winning lately. But anyway, there you go. Pick it up for free. At least it's free at the time of this recording. Fly Duluth yourself. Fly this plane yourself. Got another fun one in the next video, and I'll catch you then.